All right, folks, we're taking a look here at the OLIGHT ArkPro. Now, with the launch of the new ArkPro, I've been using these lights extensively. I have several of them and really putting them to the test over the past 6 weeks or so. And so it's been very interesting. And as I've done so, I've seen just how useful and awesome this light is for pocket carry. For instance, the other night was at a concert, had to walk 10 city blocks through a snowstorm, had this in my pocket. I could see where I was going. I could switch between the different modes, the spotlight, the floodlight as I needed to. It was absolutely perfect for situations like that. Now, when I got this, the first thing that I noticed was just how light it is, and then also too, just the way that the design is. It doesn't really kind of catch on anything. It's very easy to carry in your pocket. I carry it in my front pocket alongside my wallet, and I don't even really notice it. It also has a clip here that you can use a couple different ways. You could clip it to the bill of a cap. You can, clip it to your pants, whatever. The one thing I noticed in use that's great about this is the clip is nice and long. I've seen this issue before with different things where if the clip is too short, it's just going to pop off or fall off or whatever. This one is really nice and long, and that enables it to kind of hang on to whatever you have it clipped to. The cool thing that OLIGHT did with this light too was they gave you two different options for charging. So you have the traditional magnetic base here with the magnetic sticky thing that they use. You can use that to charge it, or you can just go with USB-C right here, which is these days pretty much for everything now. It's kind of going to USB-C, so that opens up even more options for you in terms of charging. And typically that's what I use just because I have so many different USB-C items. I also found this kind of much smaller than expected, but also too, which is a good thing, but also too very durable. So I like the fact that they essentially machined a solid body of aluminum and also kind of a strengthened aluminum. So this thing, in terms of the body, this will go on and on and on and last pretty much probably a very, very long time. And I've also found it durable. Even though I've had this in and out of the pocket, using this extensively, it still looks really good. And really, it's not scratched up or anything like that. Now, if there's one thing that will irritate me with flashlights, it's some sort of complexity with the button. I want it now or whatever, and I want it to be simple. And they keep it simple on this, and it's all easy to remember. So to turn it on, it's just going to be one long kind of press there for about a second, and it's going to go ahead and come on however you previously had it set in terms of the lighting mode and all that, and then also too where you've rotated it to, either spotlight, floodlight, or UV. Now, if I need to go turbo mode, then it's going to be a thing at any time. It's going to be a quick double press. So 1, 2, and we go right to turbo mode there. So if we need to go to turbo mode quickly, it's easy to remember, quick double press, and boom, there we go. If we need to go to strobe mode, then very simple again. It's going to be a quick triple press, and to strobe we go 1, 2, 3, and there we go. We're at strobe mode. Okay, so super simple with the button in terms of activating the light at any time. Now, if you need to go up or down through the brightness levels, pretty simple. You just hold the button down, and it'll just cycle through all the different brightness levels for that mode. So you can just adjust it to whatever you need, all the way from moonlight all the way on up, depending on how much brightness you need. Cool thing about this light too for pocket carry is, and we're really in terms of the utilitarian value with this, the several different modes that you get. So the floodlight is really good because it just gives you kind of a broader flood of light. So for instance, if let's say I'm trying to look through a dark closet for something, or something along those lines, or I'm working on a vehicle or something like that, that's where the floodlight would really come into play to really kind of light up an area, enable me to do whatever I need to do. The cool thing is that I can immediately switch over to spotlight here, and what spotlight does is it still casts out a bit of light kind of in a flood, but we get a much more focused beam. And so if we're looking more for distance, or we're trying to find something in the distance, or we really need to focus on an object, that's where that really comes into play. And then we also have the UV light mode here. So With UV light, we can't really see too much there. You can see it here, the little purplish light there. If you want to see something really shocking, take this into a dark public restroom and activate the UV light. And well, that's all we'll say about that. So the UV light will basically pick up anything that fluoresces. So you can use it for all sorts of different stuff and all that. So you also have 2 modes with the UV light as well. So it's a little bit different than the regular kind of flashlight type modes. And then lastly, we have the laser here, which is activated here on the side. So just keep in mind with this that when you step it up to the brighter level, it is kind of in a mode in terms of laser power where you would not want to point this at anybody's eyes or anything like that. So just be cognizant of that as we turn it up there to the brighter mode. So just be aware of that. But this is perfect, especially when we're talking about pocket carry, because let's say if you're working in a factory, you're working in real estate development or something like that, this is perfect because if you need to point certain things out, you can easily use this as a quick laser pointer to be able to detail what you're talking about when you're maybe discussing things with folks or whatever it might be. In the end, y'all, for a everyday carry light, this is going to be very difficult to beat. In terms of the sturdiness and with this aluminum kind of monocoque chassis here, very, very durable, strong chassis, pretty much everything resides in, and just how comfortably it fits in a pocket, but also how useful it is for those everyday carry situations with the UV light, with the floodlight, with the spotlight, and then also too with the laser. It's kind of hard to beat with that. So for everyday carry, I mean, there's a reason why this light here is pretty much the top dog. We'll be doing more videos on this in the future with more testing, more filming, all sorts of stuff, along with the ArkPro Ultra and the Light as well model. We'll look into those too. But definitely, if you're looking for an awesome everyday carry light, definitely check these out. And they come in multiple colors too. So if you want to change it up and do something a little bit different, those options are out there too. So folks, definitely check these out and hopefully enjoy the film footage I took of this out in the backcountry in the mountains. And we'll see y'all next time. And then also too, you know, if you have to read something or something like that, or read a map, or you want to read a magazine and you don't want something too bright, and you're out camping or whatever it might be, this mode is perfect for that. So this is the moonlight mode right here. And so now it really kind of lights up this whole area here pretty extensively. You can kind of see pretty much everything here. Let's go to spotlight now. Now with spotlight, this is only one mode above moonlight there, and I can see all the way up the hill. And so this will last a fair while. So if I need to do a long walk or something like that and conserve battery power, I still have a pretty good view for, you know, 100, 150 feet up the road. So pretty impressive with that.